how did this whole thing start?
So I had left somewhere and flew to Philly. And then I was in the car on the way to another show. I had like 3 shows today.
Right.
So I'm in the car and I'm listening to the radio person now. He like, man, yeah, that was Jacquees, man. He just got off stage. And he like, man, and if y'all got a daughter or son or something like that that's around Jacquees' age, like, he the king of R&B. They was like, he the king of R&B right now. You know what I'm saying?
Was that how you felt before he made that, the personality made that statement?
That day, it was just like solidifying. You know how you be thinking something in your head, and then you're
not sure if you're supposed to say it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you're like, hold on, man, he just said it.
That's confirmation.
It's confirmation. So I just have felt like that day, I'm like, this just confirmation. I need to go and spill it. And it wasn't no setup or nothing. This is just how I felt.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I heard it, I kind of like took a step back, and I was like,
Right.
It's debatable, but because I'm a little bit older, it makes sometimes it did rub me.
But
the
I
want to
know what made it debatable.
Well, I mean, that's why I took a step back after. I didn't jump first.
Right.
I was like, hold on. But then when I thought about it, and you look at the accolades, you look at all the music you've put out, you look at your collaborations, you look at the people you pay homage to. These are the things that kind of come with being a king or a queen and giving, the rites of passage.
Right.
So that's why I was like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. But I wasn't sure if this was something you had planned, you were running with.
The only reason I named the king R&B because of all the controversy. Like a hit dog or holler.
Yeah.
You ain't heard the big dog say nothing.
Yes, because you got a Genuine, you got Donnell
You ain't
Jones.
heard Chris Brown, Trey Songz come down on me not one time because they understand what I said.
Yeah.
I said I am the king of R&B for my generation right now.
And I think that's where everybody loses it.
I feel like I'm the king because if you look at my career,
which started back in like 2011.
It started a long time ago. You feel me? Before Cash Money, before all that. I was just like one of the artists that you used to see on YouTube. You catch me in the streets. Girls would listen to me when I was 16. Them same girls 25 now. I got the soundtrack to their life. And I don't hate on no other artist. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I got love for every other artist in my league. I was always taught to be number one.
Right.
If I don't, it's not cool to be number two. Like it's straight, but you're a loser still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I get you.
People don't believe in themselves no more. Like people base everything off another person. Like people base how they look off the gram, off
like analytics. Data.
I ain't like that. I was a neighborhood superstar. It's just different.
So did you go into this album, King of R&B, which is out right now on Apple Music, did you go into this album with that mind state?
I wasn't attacking the album like King R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just attacking it like round 2. The only reason I switched the name was because
took advantage of a situation.
I took advantage of a situation. Like I remember Quavo was telling me like, you need to name the album King R&B. Lady from my label, Rochelle, she was like, Jacquees, you need to name the album King R&B.
Because that got a lot of traction.
Right. Man. She was like, if you're gonna do it anytime, you need to do it now. So it just made sense.
After you made that claim, you went to Instagram to post, your respect to all the legends that you believe are kings of R&B, an Usher, a Genuine, a John B, James Brown, Prince, Michael Jackson. What about all those artists you posted? What do you see in them that replicates in your music?
I think I just wanted to pay homage, man. Like, it's a lot of music it's a lot of those guys that I posted that, like, if you play their song right now, I probably couldn't tell you that it's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was having my mom help me. You know what I'm saying? I was having my moms and pops help me, like, play that song. She like, that song, that's that song. I'm like, oh, it is. Post that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of the guys I do know. You know what I'm saying? Like the Al B. Shores, the Genuines,
Trey Songz, Chris Brown.
Chris, you feel me? And I posted Trey and Chris last because those were my biggest influences.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, like, you were very specific with those two.
I posted Michael first, and I posted Trey and Chris last.
And what's the relationship between those two that makes it so special that you have to isolate them from everybody else?
When I was 18, Chris Brown, I used to stay with Chris Brown.
Okay.
So when I came out of high school, CB moved me straight to LA to the crib with him. And he was just trying to get me right. I was finna sign with CBE before I signed with Cash Money.
Okay.
But CB was just like, man, I'm gonna let you do your own thing. But I'm always being your corner. I'm your big brother. You feel me? And with Trey, when I turned like 21, Trey started coming on there like, man, I with you, the young nigga, you hard. Like, you hard. You gonna be one of them. Just keep grinding. He was like, I want to work with you. We're going to get it in. And me and Trey got it in. He came and did the video with me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because, they're both on, Chris and Trey were both on the last album.
Yeah, Chris and Trey. And then, Chris was on my independent project before I even signed. It was called 19. We had a song called Won't Turn It Down.
Really?
Yeah, CB was on it.
What have you learned from him?
Everything. I learned a lot from CB because I've been around him since I was so young, and I really looked up to him so much. I remember when I was super young, when I first got in the crib, I remember he was like, Jacquees, see, it's a lot of shit you ain't got to do, bro, to get where you want to go. Yeah. He was like, you ain't got to get off your track. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I ain't do that, I ain't do that, I ain't do that, I ain't do that. But you see where I am.
Did he feel like you were veering off your track?
No. He just was teaching me as a youngin' because he knew this is what I wanted. I wanted to be in the game. But he was just telling me, like, you know what I'm saying, when you coming up in the game and certain stuff you ain't got to do, like, to get, you know what I'm saying, like, just always keep it G, which I was going to do anyway. But,
right.
you know, as me being somebody new and him not knowing me then or not knowing how I'm coming, how I'm cut, of course he going to teach his little bro what he's supposed to know.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Stuff
saying?
that he wasn't taught when he came up.
I don't know if he wasn't, but he just passing the game like
Yeah.
he's supposed to do. Like you supposed to give the knowledge back.
I feel like there's a lot of OGs that aren't passing game down.
Right.
And that's just not limited to R&B, but I think like in sports and music, I feel like sometimes OGs keep the information. And I feel like you're receiving a lot of this good information. It's just talking to you. It seems like people are giving you great advice and you're taking it.
Right.
And I feel like there's a big conversation around making your partner your piece. Not stressing them out, not stressing me out, giving me a comfortable space outside of all the BS in the world that goes on. When I come home, this is where I want to be.
That's what it's supposed to be.
And do you have your piece in your life? Do
Definitely.
you have someone that's your piece?
You know that. Dreezy, for sure. I mean, y'all look at the internet.
She seems like she put you at ease.
Yeah, she do. She put me at ease, but of course it's a relationship.
Yeah,
so you know,
it takes work.
Yeah, exactly. So everything not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Everything not gonna be bread and butter.
Is there friction between the work schedules and, you know, just the chatter online and things that happen that you guys may not control?
You saying like, do we let social media get in the way?
Like the social media like kind of mess with y'all dynamic.
I tell people, like, when you get in a relationship with somebody, y'all both got Twitter, the tweets get different.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, even if you was tweeting a certain way before you got in a relationship, when you get in a relationship, like, she think everything directed to her. I think everything directed towards me. I remember she had to tell me, like, everything ain't for you.
Right.
And I was like, okay, cool.
How do you love her music? Like,
I love her music. I was already a Dreezy fan.
Before y'all started?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when she was working on her Big Drees project, I was just there with her. I wasn't trying to get on a song or nothing. I was just enjoying watching her work. Like, it was dope. I was like, you know, because I was like, damn, she hard. Like, she going hard like she didn't going crazy. Like she was just working so hard. I remember one time she was working so hard she fell asleep in a booth.
That motivation is inspiring.
Yeah, and I remember I was just coming to her sessions every day. We was just kicking it, having fun. I was watching her work, and she was finally like, man, I want to do a song with you. And that's how we did Love Someone. Nice. I just went in there and did the hook, and then we put it together.
What's the favorite thing about her?
She everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he in there blushing about
everything. You know, I can't put a one, but if I could say one, I just think she's so pure, and then she loyal. My girl, real loyal.
What do you want a new coming fan to take away from King of R&B?
What I want a new fan to take away from this album is the truth. You feel me? I want them to judge this album the real way. You feel me? Like, and think about my peers, think about everybody that's around this generation. You feel me? And just think about me. You know what I'm saying? And just listen and think. Like, just close your eyes. Don't even look at the cover. Just pop the CD in. I want a fair shot.
And because you're so boisterous and you're so loud about it, as you should be, people maybe they get turned off to that, not the arrogance, but just to the confidence.
Right. See, I still believe I'm humble. I just know I took a different approach now. Like, it's like, I remember when people used to ask me on the street, they used to be like, you a star? I used to be like, I don't know.
I love what I do.
Yeah, I remember I used to be like, I don't know. But if you ask me now, I'm be like, for sure. There's one thing about me, I don't think I'm better than nobody when it comes to the real life things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I salute the janitor like goddamn Jay-Z. When it comes to like, when we step on this court,
that's a different story.
It's different. But when we take our shoes off, it's like, what y'all feel like?
Let's go to the store.
It's all good. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, with the King of R&B thing, it's like, I had to change my approach. Like, sometimes you could be too humble. Too humble to the point.
And things go past you.
Sometimes you could be too humble to the point where people start overlooking you, stuff passing you. People lose respect for it. You know what I'm saying? If you just too humble. So I had noticed, like, man, people playing with me. Go get my new album, King of R&B, man. Everybody that's posting it, supporting it, I appreciate you, man. I don't ask people to post my album. I don't ask people for
perfect.
support.
Yeah, we're at the reception. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't ask people for support. But when they do, I appreciate it because I like genuine love. So shout out to my fans. Shout out to all my homies that's posting it. Everybody that's on the project that posted it, I appreciate you. Love, let's get it. We #1 on iTunes right now. Yeah!